Hello everyone, and welcome to another Tuesday with the IT Guy here at Kimber Creations. Thanks for stopping in, and I thought tonight, instead of fooling around with the video and the lighting and all the technical stuff that makes all this so great, not I thought I would try my hand at another card. I know my first card was kind of unscripted and thrown together, but I've been studying. I've been learning some more tricks of the trade, if you will, figuring out how to use different tools, and so we're going to make today. We're going to make a birthday card. And it's going to be a what I call it, a multi-layer card. It's going to be I guess you have what's called a card base. My starting sheet is 8 by 5.5. Just like this piece right here. 8 wide, nope, 5.5 wide, 8 deep, except when we turn it sideways and fold it in half, now we have a 4 by 5.5 card. I guess that's considered the card base. So it's just made out of some plain, almost white-ish colored paper, and so we're going to add some body and life to this plain piece of cardstock, I think it's called. I heard that term before, or maybe I just bought a bunch of it. But anyway, it's cardstock. We're going to use some of these nifty little devices to put us a front. I think we'll probably just work on the card face tonight, and we'll probably with any luck anyhow get the card front done this evening, and then hold you all in suspense for an entire week till we can work on the inside. At least that's the plan. We'll see if we can even get the front done tonight. So I've got some ink. I've got a happy birthday stamp, since I don't write very neatly. I've got some really cool tape. It just lays it right out there for you, so you don't even have to pull and then tear it off and stick it in place. You all remember. This is a secret for what this is for. I'll tell you later on. This is glue here, and then it looks like I've got several different options in colors to use to decorate the face of my card with, and I've been given some glue spots in case I feel the need to glue something down. And we're going to try to stick that back there out of the way a little bit without getting the camera messed up. Putting the card base out of focus. There we go. And so first step in putting this together is figuring out what accent page you want on the front of your card base. In other words, this is like, you have to think about this, and I don't know that I'm equipped for that, but there are a lot of options in color and style and flavor and all kinds of neat stuff. I know I don't have the terms right, but we're still going to have fun creating a card. So this piece of paper is obviously bigger than the face of the my card base, rather, to get the terms right. So what I think I'm going to do is try to evenly space it out so that I have a border going around all 4 sides of the face of the card, so that I can then glue this onto my card base. Now, I'm not quite sure. I don't have my tape measure handy, So I guess there's some rulers on these things that I could, I'll try to figure out how to use something like that. I know if I start at the large mark, I can, and I make it to the 6 from the 10, I know I have 4 inches there. So if I want to save a 1/4 of an inch on each side, I would then cut this sheet at, well, I would say 3.5 inches, so that I would, in centering it, I would have then a 1/4 of an inch on each side of the page. I don't see any scissors, so apparently this thing cuts paper where we want it to. So remember we said 4 inches across this, and we want to have a 1/4 inch border around. So we're going to trust that this thing works, and we can now cut our paper at 3.5 inches. So the only question I have is, where is the 0 spot? That's a good question. I have no idea where this thing starts at. I'm guessing if I lay my paper in here and I see 3.5 here, and I push this thing up through there and cut that, it'll be correct. I seem to only have one page of this, so gosh, I hope I'm right. But let's see. It appears that I'm right. So we'll make sure that we're square up against the top of that. We'll make sure that we're 3.5 inches, and we're going to cut it. Here it goes. So we got a cut made, the first one, and let's see how it turned out. Alright, that's going to work out just fine. Next thing to do is move this scrap to the side, and let's figure out the length of it. So again, we'll start here at the 10, and we'll go back and we see that, this isn't going to be that easy because it's 5.5 inches. Now I got to think, do some quick math, and I want to cut my page here at 5 inches. That'll give me a 1/4 inch on each side. So I'm going to put the end through there. I'm going to put it on the 5 inch mark. I'm going to square it off. And forgive me for using the wrong terms, but at any rate, we're going to cut this and see how it turns out. This thing's kind of cool. Reminds me of a table saw. Look at that. I think that's what we wanted. Now we're going to use the what I would call a defect in the paper. I guess some of you would call it a pattern. Down here it looks a little bit different. I don't think you can see it. But anyway, down here it looks a little bit different than it does at the top. So we'll use this darker shade to the pattern at the bottom. And I'm guessing I can use this tape to hold my there we go. Now some of you are gonna put this tape on like it's going out of style, and that's okay. I suppose it's necessary if you want the card to last for more than a week. And so I don't know what's wrong with that thing, but I can't get it to pull tape out, so we'd try another one. Yeah, same issue here. Oh, there goes some. Okay, now for the hard part. I wish there was a tool that you could use to put this down in the right place the first try, because some of us aren't as gifted as others in the house that make cards. Alright, So check it out. We've got our front attached to our card base. It's looked pretty nice, to tell you the truth. Alright, so moving on. I haven't quite learned the order of a sequence of events yet, so I don't know if I should put my stamp on now. I'm going to put happy birthday stamp on there, or if I should do some other things. I'm going to make a I don't know, I'm going to punch out some stuff and attach it to here, and out of these different colored papers. And I think I like one of these. I like this yellow stripe. Can you see that, how bright that is? That's going to stick out. Now we're going to go to the edge and be conservative with our paper because we might run out. Make sure that you get the pattern the way you want it before you stamp it. And voila. Here we go with, we're going to do a similar thing like this right here. Put a little, what look like a banner out of all this paper. This is going to take forever. I think I want one more of this color. I got it. Oh, by the way, while I'm doing this, I'll tell you about last week a little bit. Last week I caught a cold. Boy, was it nasty too. It only lasted a couple days though, so would you believe that Kim was kind enough to take it from me? She just was so sweet. Took that cold right from me, and I think she still has it. It's been about 4 days now she's suffering with it. Miserable cold. I still have a little bit of sniffles, but so you all have to excuse me for my non-professional sniffling in the video. I can't seem to pick that up. Well, there's got to be a way to pick that up. Put a little slobber on it. Just to tell people you love them. Anyway, there goes. We might only get 2 or 3 of these on here because that's a pretty big bunch. I think we'll switch up the color a little bit. Maybe get some pink polka dots going on here. I wonder how many is too many. It'll look too busy. I think maybe, wonder if we could do 3. You think 3's enough? Well, it doesn't quite go together, does it? Maybe we'll put a different color in there. Something with maybe a little less coarse. Let's see if this will fill in here a little bit better. Alright, I know I'm slow. I apologize for that. But here it takes time to make these things look really good. So, you want to give it your best shot. I mean, you're going to give this away to somebody. Hopefully it's somebody that you like. But I don't know if you people realize this, but some of these papers have color on the back side of them. So this is really a difficult decision to make here. I think I'll use that one. That then could lead into maybe this next row here. But I think we'll just do 3 across there. And then Maybe we'll get rid of that one. I don't know if I like that as well. Try, I think some purple plaid. Purple plaid would go on there. Let's give it a shot. You know, another thing you could do with all this paper is put some confetti inside the card, so when the people open it up, it just goes every place. I hear people really enjoy that. Well, now here's a piece with a big hole in it. I guess that's why you save your scraps, huh? Ooh, now that did something different. That paper must be thinner, and it wants to tear. Well, you know what that means. You just gotta shred it up. Start over. Move to a different spot. Tougher spot in the page. Okay. Get a little more aggressive with their stamps. You gotta tell them what's going on here. So I'm wondering, I think we'll just keep it nice and simple, but I'm going to reverse the angle on these because when I do my happy birthday stamp, I think I want it to go right across here, right across the bottom. That looks good. Let's keep it nice and tidy like that, not get it too busy, at least for me as a beginner. Let's see. We'll try to get the tape to work first, maybe. I'll slide them all off. Now, here's going to be a challenging part. Get a little tape on the back of these pieces without bending them up. Oh, and by the way, don't forget which side you wanted to have on the top. Oh, this was that one that didn't want to work. Ooh, haha, I got it. There, look at that. That works much nicer. You can pick them right up. I think this is the wrong one to start with, but I think I had yellow in there first. We'll go backwards with the color scheme now that I've got it stuck down. Oh no. Now what? Whew. I got lucky on that one. I suppose I have some critics in the audience, and that's okay. This is my second card. I think you'll find out already, though. This is way better than the first one I made. The first one I made, I had no idea what I was doing. None. I'm telling you the truth. None whatsoever, because this did not appeal to me at all. But it's kind of interesting. Well, I suppose you could move that a little bit to the center maybe, and I should have laid a guide down. Then I would have had them in the correct spot each time. But forgive me a little bit, would you? I'm new at the game here. Alright, we're going to get that done. Now let's see if we can get this close to where we want it. Well, let's see. Maybe I better start over here. So we're going to go across right here. I think it's going to work out. No, can't have my mustache hair. Alright, now let's see which side looks better. That side there, I slobbered on it. Okay, we're going to bury the flower and use the other side. I think it goes better with the color scheme. Well, I hope that I saved enough room here. I don't think my card is the right size for my punch out. So probably what I would do if I was going to sell this for any kind of amount of money, which I'm not, is that I would purchase a smaller stamp, or I would just simply find and make my card base larger. So now we're going to tie these together with a little bit of luck and drawing ability, which I do not really possess. Kind of make it look like it's hanging on a wire or a string. I better run that all the way out. There. That didn't turn out terrible. Turned out pretty good for a novice, if you ask me. Now let's see. Uh-oh. I broke it. Or maybe it comes off like that. So, I need a, I remember from last time, you want to stamp out on a paper prior to the finished product, just so you know there's no fuzzies or lint or anything like that on your stamp, so that when you do stamp it out, it looks really nice like that. That turned out pretty good. Excuse the arm. I cover this back up so it don't dry out. I got these here real expensive stamp cleaners called baby wipes. I'm told that I was supposed to use this last time. I'm probably not using it correctly this time, but that's alright, I gotta learn. So I'm going to clean the extra ink off of it, stamp it on the paper, make sure there's no ink left. There's still a little bit of ink there. We want to keep these things nice and lasting forever, because they're not cheap. We'll let that dry. We'll put this out of the way, reseal our baby wipes up. How about you? What do you think? Looks pretty decent for a novice. Could have had a little straighter, but I think who's getting it will still enjoy it, especially that it was handcrafted. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you visit Humor Creations channel, and if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up and leave a comment or two in the section below. Let me know how I did on making my second card, which I'll call my first professional looking card. And hope you enjoyed the somewhat humorous video, and hope you enjoyed this episode of Tuesday with the IT Guy. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you later. Have a good night.